desert of the real.
Let's do some comparisons. Here he is with a pop can and my ruler. All right. Here he is with Hot Toys, Neo, and Toys Works, Agent Smith. And I believe that is about right because Neo is slightly taller than Morpheus. All right, let's do some more. Here's Morpheus with Matrix Reloaded, Neo by Toys Works. And Trinity, forget the third party company, but the third party name is Cyber Killer. And that's those three together. All right. Here is my Morpheus by Toys Works, aka Spiritual Leader. And here's my custom Morpheus that I put together myself. So that's those three. While I'm doing my comparisons, I just want y'all to see this. It looks like Fishbone kind of copied Toys Works. I mean, it looks just like it's the same head sculpt, just a slightly different paint job. But it looked like they just took Toys Works head sculpt and just copied it. And it looks a little softer than Toys Works. Yeah, I thought I was getting a different scope from the pictures, but nah, they just took Toys Works. And if they didn't, they sure was inspired by it. But I guess you could say if they supposed to be doing the same exact person, Laurence Fishburne, then it's supposed to look alike. But yeah, to me it looks like it's Toys Works head sculpt that they copied. I was hoping for a more accurate to Laurence Fishburne sculpt based on the pictures, but we didn't get that. And I think Present Toys is doing a Morpheus, and I don't think they nailed it either. I don't think anybody's nailed it yet. They've all come close, but nobody's nailed it yet. But yeah, I just want to see if anybody else sees this besides me. All right, let's keep it moving. Oh, and that tie, this tie is too big. Like, I don't know why they tie was so big. And this is a custom tie that I got on him because the tie that he came with was like a purple tie. It was wrong color. So, yeah. All right, let's go over articulation. All right, here we go. Head can turn and turn. You get that much up, that much down, and the damn head always pops off. It's not on there at all. I don't know why they did that, but you can get about that much down before it just pops off. That's terrible. All right, arm can go up that high, actually a little higher than that. Real stiff joints. When you first start moving them around, it's gonna be hard as hell. Real stiff joints. All right, you can go that far up. Double bicep. What the hell is that? Cat fur. Bicep rotation. Typical ball joint on the wrist. Ab crunch that much. back that much. Stiff ass legs. I don't think it's going any further than that. Let's try this side. That's about as far as it's going, and that's because I don't know what kind of body they got this on, but god dog, it ain't moving. Get that down. Get that leg that high up. Double knee bend. They got them on a white body. Go figures. Always putting these damn black characters on white bodies. Anyway, you got thigh rotation. It's super tight. Typical feet. Down, up, side to side. So, articulation is pretty decent. Just be careful when you're moving his head, because like I said, it just comes right off. And he has a hard time standing. He has magnets under there, but it's the way the feet are shaped. Or should I say the shoes? The shoes are shaped funny, so I don't know, it's just hard to get him to stand. His feet don't sit flat on the surface. So you gotta play around with him just to get him to stand without falling over without a stand. Bam, there you go. But that is his articulation. All right, so here's everything that comes in the box outside of the figure. You get his base, which is like a wooden base with matrix on the front, some carpeting, and he has the magnetic feet. You get the chair, which is a big selling point for this figure. I know a lot of people are going to run and buy this because of the chair. It's a very good looking chair. I actually have a chair similar to this that was done some years ago by CM Toys. I think that's the name of the company. I still have my chair, so now I got two chairs. This one might be better as far as appearance. I don't know, they're about the same. But this is definitely a selling point for this figure. That and the table. Now I don't have a table. This table is heavy. Wonder what this is made of. Whatever it's made of is heavy. This might be some type of, this might be die cast. I don't even know. But it's heavy, I know that. And you can see the weathering on it. Nice and worn down looking. Great looking table. I don't own a table. You get his coat. And it is not leather. This is probably some type of pleather material. At least that's the way it feels. But I'm not a pleather, leather expert. Smell it. Doesn't smell like leather. So I couldn't say for sure, and they don't tell you on the packaging. So, but it doesn't feel like leather to me. It's kind of smooth. So, but again, like I said, I ain't no expert. Get his sword. Nice details on that. The handle, nicely detailed. Die cast. Blade, which I don't think is necessary, but I know some do. But yeah. Weapons are die cast, and this one sucks. I mean, it looks good, it has the working hammer, but the thing just falls apart. I mean, it does not stay on at all. I mean, you barely touch it and this thing will fall off. You try to slide it, it comes right off. It's just poorly done. Can't even get it back on. Let's try this, there we go. Yeah, like I said, it looks good, but poorly done. It's probably gonna fall apart when I lay it down. It's trying to. His other gun, this one is fine. Yeah, this one is fine. Looks good. Just straight up black paint, no like weathering, no details painted in or nothing. Just straight up, like they just dipped it in black paint, pulled it out, and called it a day. Die cast as well. You get a cup for the pills or the water or whatever's supposed to be in there. Get his pill holder. It's the other side. Another selling point for this figure is some 1/6 scale pills. Something I've been looking for forever for my custom Morpheus to put in his hands while he's sitting in his chair. So finally got some. This is another selling point. These right here, the chair and the table, is what's selling this figure. I guarantee you it. Guarantee you it. Now with the marketing stuff, it made you think you were getting 6 additional hands when really it's only 4, and they're counting the 2 that's on him as well. But that's not the way they advertised it. I was looking for 6. Turns out it's only 4. But you get 2 fisted hands, 2 gun hands, decent looking, I guess. Not extra detailed. I mean, they just borderline generic hands. But hands is hands. Let's see what else. On his glasses, which is a disappointment. This is probably the biggest disappointment of them all. Now, you get his glasses, right? But here's the thing. In order to put them on, let me get my light over here so y'all can see this. Put my light right on it. They put glue. Look at that. So instead of trying to find some type of innovative way to make the glasses sit on the head, sort of like what Toys Work did, they put glue, and in the instructions they say the glue is what holds the glasses to the face. That is terrible. Why would you use glue and it sticks to everything? Like, it's gonna stick to my glove. Look at that. Why would you use glue? That is like the laziest. I could have used glue. I could have did that myself. Why would you use glue? At least Toys Work with their Morpheus head sculpt. They got some type of magnet inside the head or something. As soon as you set the glasses on his face, they stick. Because there's some type of magnet inside the head. They could have did the same thing. I mean, they copied the head sculpt. They might as well have done that too. Lazy. That's lazy. All right, I'm about to bust a bang. And here he goes, standing on the base with the magnets, which he needs it because, like I said in the video, if that part is before this part, maybe I'm spoiling my own video. Somewhere in this video, I talked about his feet not being all the way flat. So it kind of messes up his ability to stand. But you got the magnet in the base, and it's pretty strong. Oh, it's so strong it pulled the magnet out of his foot. Look at that. Y'all seeing this in real time. So the magnet came completely out of his foot and it's still stuck on the base. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Y'all get all the good stuff when I do videos. But anyway, it's a pretty strong magnet in the base. So strong it pulled the magnet out of his foot. That's a cool feature though. Just sucks that I gotta fix that now. The actual hands that he got on him, the third set, look a little waxy or shiny, too shiny, something. At least for my taste. A little too much shine on them. Make them look cheap. Yeah. Man, listen, this box art is dope. I ain't gonna even front. I need this made into a poster. That's it. This is probably already a poster. Knowing them, they probably took a poster and just turned it into the box cover. Either way, that's dope. I like that. That looks like Morpheus, but they ain't got him they ain't got the figure like that. What's up with that? My biggest gripe with this thing is the head sculpt. I was expecting more. And I just got a copy of Toys Works head sculpt. Maybe I was gonna steal some stuff. At least could have stole like a better sculpt. One that's been like perfected. This one's, with Toys Work, it was just okay. From some angles, it looks just like Laurence Fishburne. And then others, it's like, not quite there. The tailoring on this thing is also all right. I imagine 10 years ago, I'd have been like, this is dope as hell. Let's see, 8 years ago, I did my first custom Morpheus. So 8 years ago, I would have been like, this is sick. Now I'm like, it's all right. Like, they didn't use real buttons, they used little fasteners. And this one right here doesn't stay at all on the bottom. And this one at the top is like holding on for dear life. They made the tie way too big. They made his collar way too big. Or it could just be the tie is so big it's forcing the collar to sit up the way it's sitting up. And it just make it looks too big. Now, as far as like the fit of the outfit is great. Like it allows you to do all kind of movement. Like the sleeves are long enough, the pants legs are long enough. I mean, they got it cut to his body perfectly. It's just, I don't know, something missing. Shoes are cool. Nice details on them. Like how they did this in the back, that's pretty good. But yeah, man, it's just something about it. It just doesn't feel finished. They got his physique down though. This is about how he would have been built in 19 whatever year Matrix came out. I should know that. It was one of my favorite all-time movies. I think it was 1997. The first one came out, I believe. But they got that down. Toys Work made him a little too chunky, too big. They actually got the size down. That looks about right. They would have just nailed the head sculpt. Man. Now, I'm gonna throw his jacket and glasses on, because with the jacket and glasses on, he does look better. So I'm gonna do that right now. So he looks better with the glasses and the cape on, coat on. I call it a cape. I don't know why I call it a cape. It looks like a cape, but it's coat on. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but there are no wires in this coat. So however it sits is however it sits. There's no way to like do anything with it. There are no wires. So that's just how it sits. And it doesn't close, so you can't close it either. It's just permanently open, and this thing came undone. It's gonna be a pain to put it back. I don't know why they just didn't use magnets. Magnets would be so much simpler. And then as you can see right here on my coat, I already got a thread coming loose right here. See it? That's some bull. That's some bill. I'm gonna have to try to get that off without messing up the coat. But he does look better with the coat on. Now, were you paying attention, or were you looking at the woman in the red dress? It figures. Now, it's harder to pull off this pose than it looks. The coat is a real problem, trying to pose it with the coat on, but that's how he looked in the classic scene. He had his coat on. Maybe if you could close it It probably would have been a little easier. But yeah, and then you would think they would have made sure that his legs matched the rest of his body for a pose like this, when you know the pants is gonna rise up this high and you're gonna see his legs. I mean, could at least painted this part of his legs. If you're gonna leave the rest of the body white, that's fine, but you could have at least painted the bottom part. See, like on my custom, you don't see his legs at all. But if you were gonna see his legs, I would have made sure the body was brown. So I am so annoyed right now. Like, for real, like you can hear the frustration in my voice. I'm closing this video out and I'm doing like some final poses for my, final thoughts part. And his vest came undone. The thing about his vest is, it's like, it's not done real well. Like this right here, it's supposed to sink underneath this, and it's 3 of them. And you're supposed to clip them underneath this. The problem is, this is not stitched on that well. It's about to actually break off. This one is fine. This one is about to come off. And then they got this so tight that you can barely get it underneath there, which is causing it to pull the threading loose. So this is poorly done. If you were gonna do this and use 4 buttons, which I prefer, why didn't you just use magnets? You could have just put some magnets right here and had it stick to the shirt or vest or whatever this is. And that would have solved the problem. Instead of doing this overly complicated setup, which is not overly complicated, but I mean, they just doing too much. This right here wasn't necessary. If you was gonna do 4 buttons, could have either did snaps or magnets. Magnets would have worked better. And they should have put magnets on the coat too, because you can't even close the coat up. And the last thing, this video is already long enough. Although the gun is die cast, the trigger is some little flimsy thin piece of plastic. So soon as you put the gun in his hand for the trigger hand, the trigger will probably snap off. Mine just snapped off instantly. As soon as I tried to put his finger on it, it just snapped off. I don't even know where it's at. Oh, I found it right here. Just snapped off because it's a flimsy thin piece of plastic. I'm trying to get that on camera. See that? Thin and flimsy. Snapped right off. You can see it right here where it snapped. The plastic is too hard, and this is too flimsy and thin, so it just snapped it right off. I'm thinking it's die cast like the rest of the gun, and it's not. It's some flimsy thin piece of plastic that they got hanging from up in here, and it just snapped right off. So be careful when you're putting your gun in the hand if you ain't already broke it already. If you already own this figure and you tried to do this pose, you probably already broke it. So you like me right now. But yeah, this right here, ridiculous. Ridiculous. I tried to like this figure, but it's more disappointing as I mess with it. So, all right, let me just finish what I was doing so I can close this video out because I'm ready to go. Presentation of this figure, on point. I mean, the overall package looks great. It'll definitely fool you. But this was a disappointing figure for me. Like, I was disappointed the moment I started taking the foam off the top and I seen the head sculpt. I had instant like buyer's remorse. Like, damn. The overall, I don't know, man. Y'all got my opinion earlier throughout the video. Like this is fine. I mean, put it on the shelf, don't touch it. You good to go. It looks good. The overall presentation, like I said, is great. But when you start messing with it, that's when you start seeing all the problems. So it depends on what exactly you're looking for when you buy this figure. You want a figure that you can actually pick up, pose around for pictures and things like that for a video, this is probably not the figure for you. But if you just want something to just throw it on the shelf and never touch it again, then this is probably great. And like I said, with the coat and the glasses on, it looks like Morpheus. Not exactly like Morpheus, but he looks like Morpheus from some angles more than others. And the pills, the chair, the table, the cup, the pill holder, the magnetized base, those are perks to picking this thing up. It's just the figure itself is just, yeah. But that's it, man. That's all I got. That's my review. My stars for this figure, I'm going to give him 2.5 stars. And that's mainly because all of this over here, the base, the chair, the table, the pills, that got him up to a 2.5. And on that note, I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe, share, all the YouTube stuff. And that's it. See y'all at the next video. This has been another action figure review, but make no mistakes about it, I'm a grown ass man. Peace.